Hello everyone, this is Dissonance. I'm casting a game of Planetary Annihilation today. Tomorrow I'm going to be, as of today at least, tomorrow, I might upload this on a different day, but tomorrow I'm going to be casting a tournament actually in Planetary Annihilation. And what I forgot to account for was the fact that Legion's going to be enabled in the tournament, and I don't know the Legion units and their names as well as I know the MLA units and Legion and rules. So as a result, I've decided, okay, I need to get some practice in. I need to cast some games with with Legion. Just see how the units interact, see what the players are doing, etc., etc. And so I did manage to find this. Replay. We're approaching the 1 minute 45 second mark, so there's around 15 seconds left before the players definitely spawn in. So we're just gonna wait for that, I guess. But yeah. It's a single planet map, so I don't think there's going to be any star cannon stuff going on, and I might not really learn the orbital units too well. But since it is going to be a 1v1 setting tomorrow, anyways, I don't think I'll have to worry too much about orbital. But here in the light blue, we have a Legion commander here, Noob Advisor, also known as that son of a broom here, starting with his Walker Foundry. This is the equivalent of a bot factory. On the other hand, we also have another Walker Foundry start by Ferretmaster, who's also playing as Legion. So yeah, I believe the general equivalents for bots and vehicles are walkers and armor. I believe air is called, like, I'll remember when I see it. But I mean, okay, yeah, the extractors definitely look very different. I always thought it was funny because the power catalysts look more like the extractors to me. It looked like the MLA extractors to me, and the mass extractors look like the MLA power plants to me. So I always get slightly confused by that. Yeah. So second factory is beginning for, and that is going to be a flyer foundry. Let's look. Okay, so there's already a flyer foundry done for Noob Advisor though, so he does appear to be somewhat ahead in terms of factors. On the other hand, he's a little behind on metal, and that's understandable because he probably focused his fabbers slightly more on getting that second factory out as soon as possible instead of just grabbing more area. And actually, I think he should have caught up. Yeah, he did temporarily catch up, although he is in the red right now. On the other hand, Ferretmaster will start, I think he'll start accumulating a decent amount of metal soon, now that he's gotten 3 fabbers in this area, and each of these fabbers is actually worth slightly more than a MLA fabber, so as a result, they're actually going to build slightly faster, I believe. So we have our first scouts out, actually fighters, but I mean, both of these players did seem to, oh, Marauder, okay. So the Marauder is basically like a T1 gunship, sort of. Is a pretty nice raiding unit, I believe, and curious to see what damage this will do. Because on the other hand, where is the fight? There was, okay, so the fighter for Ferretmaster's over here. So it's though another one's almost done. It's gonna spawn here, and I think it's gonna go straight for the Marauder, try to kill it perhaps, and yeah, they're one shot dead. So yeah, this area. Ooh, okay, so we have a sky bridge out here. So this is going to be interesting because it looks like Ferretmaster wants to do some aggression here, taking advantage of this area. There's no radar down. Okay, so there's no radar yet to spot this. So this might catch MF Broom. I mean, that son of a broom off guard slightly. I just want to call him MF Broom for some reason. It seems so much easier to say than that son of a broom, but just calling him Broom at the same time is I don't know. It just feels lacking. But yeah, the sky bridge is around 47% complete now, and there's not one being built here. Although I suspect if he could start one. Oh, and I believe it was spotted by these fighters. And actually, I can't remember what these are called. Crap. Well, I can just refer to them as fighters. T1 fighters. Okay, so that's the second sky bridge coming out. Because he does have one Walker fab and the commander working on it. It should finish pretty fast. In fact, since this was shut down, it'll finish faster than that. Yeah, because of the fighters found it. Yeah, logically it'd be dead. So he's sending out a second air fabber to repair this, but I'm kind of wondering if, okay, he is sending in a fighter escort now. On the other hand, there are a couple lancers, I believe. Yeah, are these all lancers? No, I think there's a few peacekeepers, a mix of lancers, peacekeepers, and patriots. One patriot specifically, which will be able to deal with the lancers doing a lot of damage, taking out this half-finished teleporter very rapidly. So there goes the teleporter strat for Ferretmaster, and I believe his attempts to do that have rendered his eco a little weaker. Although it's comparable. I mean, his energy is actually slightly better. Perhaps he just built more to accommodate for the fact that he expected to be doing teleporter stuff. So our T2 Walker Foundry is coming out soon. That's interesting. So he's gone 2 Walker, 1 Air into T2. On the other hand, MF Room is working on also a T2 Walker Foundry. We don't have a single armor foundry out yet, actually. So yeah, there's definitely a superior amount of Walker Foundries here for MF Room, who has 4 against his opponent's 2. Looks like he is starting a second Flyer Foundry, actually. So basically his T1 factory count is basically double of what Ferretmaster's is. So yeah. On the other hand, he isn't... Okay, actually he is going to push out in this area. It's probably going to be scouted by these 2 fighters. But at the same time, there's not too much that... Ooh, there's an investigator in here, so that's going to grab some radar. Okay, actually no, these fighters are moving backwards here. So yeah. We have... I think it's going to be relatively calm for at least 30 seconds or so. Because I can't foresee too much really happening until these walkers reach here and these walkers reach around here wherever their destination is. They might encounter these 3 in the process, but they won't really give too much trouble to this mass here. So, 2 more air fabbers coming to the exact same spot. I mean, they could try to reclaim the the walker, maybe? No, they're not going to do that. Okay. Yes, that's the suicide fighter there, being mixed into the army to offer a little bit of extra power in AoE, I believe. But, now that we have this Faber building metal here, I think that's going to shut down the teleporter in this area for now. I'm kind of curious where these are going to go now, because there's a lot of vision now out for Broom. Does he have radar? I don't see any radar, actually. What is this? That's a clot. Okay. So if we go to like vision, does he? Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't appear he has any radar. His investigator isn't deployed. On the other hand, he does have a lot of different clumps moving in, and Ferretmaster, I believe, is okay, he's aware of this clump, and he's going to answer with, I believe, possibly a larger clump. And I believe all the peacekeepers... No, there's still 1 peacekeeper left, but yeah, it's actually 2. But that's interesting, because these are still alive. These are still alive, actually. Ferretmaster just completely let them slip by. Of course, there's this mass here, too. There is going to be a jackal here, which might be able to repel these. I think it should be able to do that. On the other hand, these... Okay, so I think Ferretmaster sees these. Okay, so that's why he pulled his fabbers back. They're actually working on a scarab now, which yeah, okay, so these fabbers should be safe now. On the other hand, there's still a tiny clump of 2 peacekeepers moving in here. On the other hand, peacekeepers with their lower DPS won't accomplish too much, I think, without lancers behind them. So yeah, unfortunate for Noob Advisor that I mean, despite the fact that he has this clump here, it's not actually going to get too much done. Okay, so we do have armor foundries on the field now, 3 of them exactly. So this could be interesting. I believe these are Shanks, yeah. Okay, so our mini-men. Okay, so they're actually really slow, so that's going to be interesting. The whole army is going to be slowed down if they're in the selection. because they do move at like 7 speed, while even the T2 vehicle, T2 armor moves at like 10. So we do have a teleporter finally up, and there is a jackal being set up to defend it. It looks like MF Boom, though, he does have a lot of units in a decent place. He's not going to really lose too much here. I think he might lose a T2 mechs if he gets unlucky. He might lose a factory or so. But, okay, so that's how the jackal attacks. Very rapid fire. Like, half the army's already gone. I mean, it did take out a few it took out a few mechs, definitely, but not enough. And 2 units still alive, but yeah, that's not really going to accomplish too much. Okay, wait, so they're not suicide units. No, they are suicide units. So yeah, this was basically repelled. There's a mini-man here, but yeah, that's not really going to get too much done by itself. Just gonna try to crawl back with its very slow speed here. Yeah, Scarab is dead, Jackal is dead, Teleporter should die next. The 2 mini-men should fall very rapidly to these bots, because there are bots in the army. I mean, walkers. Ooh. Yeah, but why aren't they focusing the mini-man? They should kill it. Okay, it's dead now. New sky bridge is on the way. Can't see it accomplishing too much. On the other hand, okay, so the mini-men are attacking this T1 walker clump. It's the interesting thing about this is that it's actually inefficient for me to refer to these as Lancers, Peacekeepers, and Patriots, because that's so much harder to say than just calling it the T1 walker clump. So that's interesting. Wait, oh, wow. Okay, so the investigator managed to actually deploy itself over here. That's interesting. It's kind of a funny location. So what radar does that give Noob Advisor? Can we disable that? Okay. Okay, so yeah, that actually gives him quite a lot of radar vision. It actually covers the entire base of Ferretmaster, so yeah. That's really not working out for Ferretmaster. On the other hand, the second teleporter's out this time, and this time it includes quite a few armor. But I think they're gonna get repelled here because there's a presence of T2 walkers. Oh, whoa! What was that? Okay, something exploded for a lot of damage there. Took out a very decent chunk of Noob Advisor's army. I would expect that to be a positive trade, although not exactly sure. But overall, I think Ferretmaster is going to sort of give up because despite the fact that he traded decently with that at least, he's still just so behind in terms of army size and foundry count, and he isn't really able to keep up. You know, I was warned that this was sort of a one-sided match, and actually another Skybridge actually coming out for Broom, but I mean, a Legion game's a Legion game. So I thought, yeah, I'd get some experience commentating this. Probably gonna upload it. I don't know.